What's up, my Madden Rebuild Warriors? My name is David, and today I'm bringing you the final game of the wild card round. Our Washington Commanders are going on the road to Tampa Bay, who won the NFC South on the last week of the season, thanks to a win and a Saints loss. Washington was in the playoffs for a while. They had it pretty locked up. Let's take a look at the injury report. Missing our left tackle, Charles Leno Jr. Well, we have a rookie in the waiting that will start, but he just doesn't have the overall that Charles Leno had. For the Buccaneers, they're without Shaquille Barrett and Luke Godke. Godke? I don't know, dude. These names. But I'm assuming he's their starting right tackle. So that's not good for them. Good for us, hopefully. Going and looking at the depth chart, we got Justin Fields. Justin Fields is now a superstar. He made Offensive Player of the Week for the NFC 3 weeks this season, and that gets you a automatic dev upgrade. So he got bumped to, excuse me, a superstar. He was a star. We traded for Jaylen Warren at the trade deadline. The Steelers weren't going to re-sign him. We also traded with the Patriots for Ramondre Stevenson. They wanted a back with a little bit more control, and Ramondre was on his last year of his season, so we gladly took the better player, although he doesn't like that he doesn't play at all. But whatever. Scary Terry, Formula 1, F1, Terry McLaurin. We drafted Xavier Worthy in the second round. Of course, Jahan Dotson's here. Now, this is before we knew how great Xavier Worthy was going to be. But I still call him Xavier Worthless because he's only had like one or two really good games. Signed Mike Gesicki. I know he's on the Bengals. Zach Zinter is the rookie I was talking about. He's hidden development, but he's been in a backup role this entire season. We were just waiting for these expensive guys like Charles Leno and Lyle Collins' contracts to expire. We have another rookie, Donovan Jackson, that waiting in the wings there. We signed Mitch Morse to a one-year deal. Doesn't look like we're going to be able to bring him back. Sam Cosmi just got the bag. He wanted a lot of money, but he's a really good player. And then, of course, Andrew Wiley. We drafted Chop Robinson in the first round. We traded back with the Bears to get Justin Fields, and then we took Chop Robinson to replace Montez Sweat, and he was a hidden development. I think he's up to a superstar now. He got the dev increase this season. We signed Bryce Huff, and he's just been in and out of the lineup, injured all season. Landon Jackson, who didn't come out this year but will next year, has filled in okay. And then we have Jonathan Allen, who is a tackle for loss machine, and Deron Payne is one of our better players. Danny Stutzman was a middle linebacker. We moved him left outside linebacker. Cody Barton. Jamin Davis is one of our better players. I'm fairly okay with their secondary. Kendall Fuller, Emmanuel Forbes, and Benjamin St. Juste have been playing very, very good. Derek Forrest, he's got the speed, which Chavis Martin filling in for either him or Cameron Curl. Cameron Curl will drop in the box, play sub linebacker with Jamin Davis, Michael Badgley, and Riley Dixon. So that's our starting lineup. Let's get into this. I'm hoping we get a win here because we lost the Bengals. We lost. Who else we lose? And we lost the Cardinals. So we're down to the Chargers, Bears, and hopefully the Commanders to get through to the next round of playoffs. Yeah, unfortunate results for the Bengals and the Cardinals, but I kind of figured the Cardinals would lose, being that San Francisco has such a high overall. But you got to watch that Cardinals game. What a game! What a crazy game that was. Anyway, rambling. Without further ado, let's get into the final game of Wild Card Weekend.
The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Commanders and the Bucs, and it comes your way next.
Playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Tonight, it's the second game here on this Wild Card Saturday, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
It's the second of our two games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And this being the wild card round, he is the true wild card in this game, because a rookie quarterback getting to start in the NFL postseason, that's not normal. That's a little bit on the unusual side. And there's plenty of guys who have gone into the playoffs after a very good regular season and have struggled. But there have been a few who played well. He wants to be in the latter list.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. He's got White here. Short completion, just 4 yards. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Taken in at the 22. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Running left, it's Warren. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
Good running right there, and this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On first down, Fields. They'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A nice gain there to his trusty tight end, and now it's got them thinking opening drive touchdown here as they get into the red zone.
And in most cases with your tight end, you feel like you've got a mismatch no matter who's covering him. Is it a small cornerback? Is it a linebacker who may not run as well? In any event, whatever you see, you think that tight end can win that battle.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw is Fields. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was...
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Vita Vea in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Badgley's kick is good, and the Commanders get out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road, you're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real, and a pretty nice opening statement.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right? That 4th seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. But I gotta tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get the host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't, just stack them all up and take the best 6 records. But there's a division for a reason. The champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Going with White here, toss left. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jonathan Allen forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jonathan Allen drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. On the give, it's 1. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draw pause and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. With it is Jackson. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He completes it right side to White. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. There's a nice move. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. And they were right in that gray area on the edge of long field goal range, maybe too short to punt it. So the defense probably was expecting this was a possibility.
They should have been, and in most cases, what you do on defense is you go to what they call punt safe. In other words, you leave your defense on the field, prepare for them to possibly go for it, and then you just have a little bit different responsibilities. You're not really trying to get a big return. You just want to make sure you get the ball back. But they fell asleep at the switch.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Jonathan Allen in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, What's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
Levante David in on the tackle. This is 2nd and 8. Fields. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Opting to run again here with White. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, a run from White. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. This is White. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer 3rd, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The false start hurts him there a bit, backs him up to 2nd and 9.
Here's Fields.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
An injury going to pause the game here, and it looks like it's Terry McLaurin who's in some discomfort. Not sure what happened. Hopefully this is nothing major. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throw left side, complete. That's one. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. It's White. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Now 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw.
Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. Here's 3rd and 9.
They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left. Well, I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line.
The Washington offense back out there. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Here's Fields.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he goes out right around the 39.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now it's Fields.
And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10.
To the air again, Fields.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds?
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Benjamin St-Juste, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman
But
with our
first,
EA
let's take a look
Sports
ahead to
halftime
Sunday's
report.
action in the NFC. A 3-6 battle that ought to be a good one, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers doing battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, it's been as tight as we expected our game to be, all even at the half. Who will go on to the divisional round? We'll find out as we send it back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. And CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is, and doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to White.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
47 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved.
And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
Well, we all know possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line. So a great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title. And they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in it as you've professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here, As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now back to throw.
And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So what a turn of events there. You're driving to take the lead in this 3rd quarter, but then one mistake, and you're watching the ball being returned for a touchdown.
Certainly a great example of how focus has to be there on every play, doesn't it, partner? You can't get complacent, and I think that he did. He's got him moving downfield, but that's a play where you just shouldn't have thrown the football. And ultimately could wind up costing him the ball game.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
That's out wide for Palmer.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. From the corner, it was Kendall Fuller with a sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial gain.
Fields on first down.
Over the middle, complete. It's Warren. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss. and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now Fields.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A shotgun snap, Fields. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
A handoff for Warren.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jalen Warren.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Commanders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here, because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Badgley on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Now stopped him in his tracks.
Now the Commanders' offense set to take over.
If this game continues the way it's gone, it'll be, well, somewhat of an upset. 5-4, not huge, but still the big thing, winning on the road to stay alive. Pretty big deal.
Man, when you pointed out that 5-4, first thing that flashed through my head was college basketball. When they get to their tournament, right?
Yeah, like the 8-9 seed first-round game.
Right, you always look at that before you fill your brackets, don't you? And you got to figure out which one you're going to pick, that 9 seed over the 8. And sometimes even that 7-10 game feels the same way. Not much difference between the 2 teams. Give them a lot of credit, though, for going on the road and getting it done in this one.
Yeah, that's a difference. NCAA tournament, neutral site here on the road and putting some people on notice.
And in a situation like this, you're in the 2nd half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Fields.
Now a short one to Gesicki. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They run the option on 2nd down.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner, and that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line.
Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this 4th quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. On 1st down, it's Fields. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
On the run, it's Warren.
Oh, good move. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
103 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
To throw is Fields.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
19 yards there on the catch and run. Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Fields. Got his man, it's Warren.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Here's Fields.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Bucs are right back in this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
They start the drive with White, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll set up a throw. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter.
Mike Evans, he's going to go. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 41 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty.
And the Commanders come through with a 4th down stand.
So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Now a run with Warren.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 50, here's Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On 4th down, Fields. That is caught. And he will have a Commanders 1st down, and that should just about do it.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
2nd and 11. They'll run it. Warren.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. They go down to a knee, and that
There it is, that symbol that ends a game that one team loves and the other team can't stand. Taking a knee, and guess what? The visitors came in and got it done. Wild card round, first step on their way trying to get to the Super Bowl.
First step indeed. They're underdogs. We'll see if they can continue to make some noise in the playoffs, but a good first step.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we bid you good night from Tampa.